welcome back to it, your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso. We're live here on SABC3. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. G-Men, exciting times over here because a multifaceted performer who has shown her versatility and talent in acting. We've seen her on TV, we've heard her on the radio, we've heard her sing lots of times. Media personality Taryn Louch has an unmistakable voice that has taken her places. She's gone all over the place with this voice, and of course she has become part of the Expresso family. She actually, in fact, became part of the Expresso family when she was in Joburg as a finalist in the 2018 season of Presenter Search on 3. And we're very excited, rightfully so, to catch up with her and, say, hey, welcome to 2021. It's good to see you. Let's give a very warm Expresso welcome to Taryn Louch. Taryn.
Thank you. Hi, guys.
How are you doing?
It is so good to be here before the sun is up, I just have to say.
Right.
It really is. I was that excited to be here.
Are you a morning person?
You know what? I'm not a morning person until I'm awake. Then I'm a morning person.
Then I'm ready to rock and roll. Don't worry, we've got enough energy to go around. Just so good to be connecting with you again.
Good. Yeah, it's great to be here.
We've got to ask, because we've been through, obviously, a crazy year. And someone working in our space, we know how heavily it's affected all of us. How have you fared over the last 9-10 months of all of the pandemic craziness? How are you holding up?
I'm holding up. So
we're still standing.
I'm still, well, I'm sitting actually. But, you know, it's actually been such an interesting time, I think, for creatives like us. You know, number one, our live performance, our gigs, all of that was sort of cancelled overnight.
Yes.
But the exciting thing is that we have just got absolutely all these resources available to us to really pivot and to make something of the resources available. So for me, online has become I've got a home studio that I put together in like 24 hours.
Yeah.
And you know, a virtual MC. Somebody introduced me the other day as a virtual event specialist.
That's
brilliant.
So I'm adding that to my repertoire.
Well, something that's already in your repertoire is vocal coaching, which is, something you obviously do, but you do so well. You decided to really give it a new life altogether during the lockdown and during this COVID-19 pandemic. Tell us more about that journey.
I did. So a couple of years ago, I did a dialect course because accents are my thing.
Yes,
I mean, you will know
that. I've heard you many times.
You know what's great in COVID is that you can be socially distanced, but when you come out with me, there's like 10 people with you because there's 10 different characters.
That? I love that.
And Cyril approves of that. So I really kind of decided that I was going to focus on that a little bit more. So I've been working with different performers, honing on their accent skills, honing on my own accent skills, because voiceovers are a big part of my career.
Yeah.
And so whatever you want, if you can dream it, I can say it in whatever accent.
Well, maybe let's give it a try.
Uzbekistan. I've been waiting.
Let's hear something. Let's hear something.
So my party trick, guys, because I don't go to parties anymore.
Yeah.
but my party trick one day when parties are back is just to play a couple of different characters. So Jason Goliath interviewed me a couple of weeks ago, months ago probably, and he just said to me, just run a couple of characters. So I kind of started like down under, because I was at a Barbie. It was like so much fun. But then there was dancer coming in, paid lady, but nobody talk about it. Everybody keeping very underground.
I love it.
And then I was like, is she actually going to dance for us? And then I said, well, thank you. It's really not anything that I'm interested in observing. And then everyone was like, oh my God, is she like a stripper? I can't even believe it. And so, yeah, I could go on for hours, but I know that we don't have that kind of time.
I think every segment that we have, you've got to be a different character.
No,
you've got to embody that just for us, just to inspire us this morning. You talk about inspiring. Obviously, philanthropy has been a big part of your I want to say your image, yes, and what you project to the rest of the world and how you try to inspire other people, but I think part of your personal journey as well. You've been involved with Cupcakes of Hope, the Generosity Water Initiative. Walk us through that side of your life and how much has that meant to you, especially looking at the need that we have seen develop over the months of lockdown in particular?
Absolutely. So I think for me, giving back to people and actually making something of your life is not just about your career, it's about how you touch, how you touch so many people. And Maya Angelou is one of my greatest inspirations, and she always says, as you get older, not that we're getting older, I mean, I'm not saying that on air.
I'm sorry.
But as you spend more time, going around the sun, you realize that you've got two hands, one for yourself and one for helping others. And I think this last year has been so reflective of how many people are in desperate need, and also how easy it is to lend your voice, lend your help, lend your retweet, your reshare.
Especially in our position.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you're going to have that platform, you need to use it for good as well. So Cupcakes of Hope, they say it's the sweetest way to bake a difference. And it is really, during COVID, you don't need to get together in big crowds. Bake cupcakes, donate online, and it helps children that are suffering with cancer. So it helps their medical bills, it helps their families, and it just is a wonderful way to give back in any way that you can. No donation is too small or too big. And then with Generosity Water, we just turn on the taps, right? You need to wash your hands, you need to fill the kettle. It's something we take for granted, and there are still people in 2021 in South Africa that don't have running water. So Generosity Water is an initiative that every time you buy a bottle of that water, money goes towards building a well for somebody who doesn't have access to fresh water.
Stunning work. Listen, I think this is a really inspiring reminder that we all do have a role to play, and we all can do something to change someone's life out there. Taryn is fantastic, man.
I think you need to add stand-up comedian to the lineup. But Taryn's going to stick around. She's going to give us a taste of some of her amazing performance abilities right here just for you. So good to connect with you.
Thank you.
Flourishing, man. You just look absolutely amazing, and I have a feeling she's going to inspire you as well.